Welcome back to a new video, guys. We're back playing more ranked. Since our last episode we've tilted a little bit and we're back down to Mythic 2. The randoms we've been playing with have been awful, but we're back at it, and in this video we will hit Mythic 3. So starting off with Heist, KABOOM, Canyon, I've got rid of the Miko. I think he's a really good last pick, so I'm going to get rid of that straight away. I think Crow can also be a pretty decent pick here. Kaze, I think with the wall it makes Angelo really strong too, but I'd really dislike playing Angelo. My teammate's gone to ban the Edgar and the Tick, which I think are stupid. Thankfully, they've got rid of the Chuck. I think Chuck can be pretty decent here too, as he can on all Heist maps. And then the Jesse, fair enough. I think at this level in Mythic, people really do actually struggle to defend against the turret, so I think it's good to go. And as I said, he's played the Angelo. The Colette to open with, I wasn't the biggest fan of. I think Colette's fallen down quite a bit in the meta, and I just don't think she's worth it. The Angelo, though, I do think he is quite strong, especially with his hyper. They've locked in the Colt too. I think Colt should have been the first pick that they went with. Colt is honestly the best pick. The Lily, it surprised me, but I understood what was going on. I looked at this and I thought, what can really counter the Colt and the Angelo? And I was thinking, Spike's probably my best shot. I can play my gadget to try and get some extra damage. I've got the ability to get my curbles, and I've got that one buffy on the Spike. So I thought it'd probably be my best shot. And then Brock's quite good. It can also open it up and do a good amount of damage. I've recently fallen out of love with playing Brock, to be honest. For a sharpshooter, I think his shots are a bit too slow and easy to dodge. Like, I understand he has the range, but if you can close down the range, I feel like he's not too badly countered, to be honest. But we're going to open it up. Colette will probably have to play defense. Lily will probably be quite aggressive. And then I'll probably put myself somewhere in between. So they've opened up with a really nice wall break with their Colt to begin with. I think that was a really smart play. The Angelo is sort of just dancing about a bit. I am going to go down there from some bad scouting, but it's not too bad. Once again, Brock doesn't do too much damage, to be honest, so I was just going to throw some shots out. Should get him decently low here, and then yeah, he's basically one shot away from death. I need to be careful because that Angelo is also going to just be shooting out 4k shots. My Colette especially just hasn't been trying to help defend, and at this point, I noticed that Lily was doing so much damage on her own, and I was like, you know what, Colette's never going to push him and she's probably never going to get a hyper, so we're going to stay up here with the Lily. And then at this point I just completely knew with my Spike I was 100% going to get this. We managed to absolutely clutch that out. I'm still not sure quite what that Colette was doing on defense, considering she couldn't do anything. And we're going to be into the second part of this first game. I think more of the same, to be honest. I just need to keep running up, doing as much damage as I can. I'm going to leave Colette to stay on defense. I think she didn't do a terrible job. I've moved off to the left this time. That Angelo is going to jump away, which gives us a chance to get some really nice positioning. The nice thing with curveball is I can really scout so much of these giant bushes. The Colt managed to take him down relatively easily, but the Angelo, I think he had vision gear because he got those two really nice shots onto me. But him focusing on defense means he can't be offensive. And there you are. As soon as my Lily gets onto that, it's done. I think that Brock was on some form of drugs because I don't know why he'd run in on one hit point and then super. We're able to take him out. We've just taken down the other. We're avoiding these Brock shots decently well. We've gotten the first shield down, which is really good. That Brock should be gone. Perfect. And then that was a really nice Colette super actually. I think we can get the Angelo down, but he's going to decide to heal instead. I was considering healing and I think I probably should, but I thought I could probably get this Brock down decently well. And we do, and we also hit the Angelo, which was really important. So now that we've got Colt, their best damage dealer, just stuck on defense, we've got our second shield down, which is really important. We need to use these bushes to our advantage, and then just make sure that we're not getting hit. Brock's very low. I thought we could have got that Angelo down there and probably ended the game-ish. I put down my hyper super, I think it was important, and then Angelo is gone. Getting a couple shots onto the safe. Really thought I could get that last break on the shield down, but it is okay. A really good super from the Colt. The Brock again still was just going in to die. At this point I'm just trying to get that Colt off the board, but he's dodging very well. The Angelo, not worried about. I'm just going to stand here and try and avoid the shots. Really good Colt shots. Brock shots. That was a bit poor from me, but with 5% to go we have absolutely nothing to worry about. Lily on the safe doing God's work. That was a pretty decent first game. I think it was just a skill diff, team diff, whatever, but we locked in. And the next game's going to be on Flaring Phoenix, a map that I actually don't really see that often on ranked. Obviously it's in the map pool, but I just never seem to get it. Jeans are really strong here, so are Meeples, Busters, Jay Young, but I really need to practice Jay Young a lot more to get better with him. I think Brox can also be quite strong, so they're really good people to start off with, maybe even a Squeak. I want to get rid of things that can sit in the bushes and annoy me, so I had to get rid of the Lily. The Ali's really strong for that too. The Leon makes a lot less sense of a ban. The Miko, a very good ban, I think. I think he's just really strong in general at the moment in the meta. And the Mortis and Sprout, I understand too. I was very happy to see the Jujube. I think she's really strong on this map. Because of those unbreakable walls, she can just sit on one side, pull out those slows. The Spike, as you can see in the last game, he's still a pretty strong brawler, especially when you're in this mythic area. The Squeak's a good play, but he doesn't have the range. So I looked at the Brock and I thought the Brock's probably a better shot, and I was very glad he did that because that's what we're lacking with Squeak. If you can outrange him, you can kind of do well. He performs a lot better when the smoke starts to come in. The Mandy can be good. A good Mandy probably can just solo 3v1 us very easily. So I was a little bit worried about it. And then I looked at this map and I was just thinking, okay, what is the best play that I could possibly make? And he took the Jean, unfortunately. I actually was about to go Jean. So that really made me start to really overthink, and I thought, Mr. P was like one of the first brawlers I ever got to 1000 trophies. And I thought, there's nothing really aggressive for them to be able to hunt me down. We've already got one thrower. I was considering going with a Grom. So we've got a thrower, we've got somebody with wall break and damage, and we've got me who can sit back. I don't have the highest DPS, but I can sustain damage, so I can get a lot of peep shots and get people low. So it's up to Juju and the Brock to sort of confirm kills. And I think that's exactly how we're going to try and play it in this game. I think Juju needs to go off to the left and me and Brock can go on to the right. Brock, I hope he's carrying breaks. He needs to break a lot of the walls and the grass. And if he does that, he'll put us in a good place. And already the Squeak, he's not playing slow, which is nice to know. And then obviously we've got our shots going down. I'm just going to spam down shots, and with that extra, my suitcase hitting, we can get a bunch of extra shots. The Juju I think's gone quite high. I think I go too high here and I'm going to get caught out. Yeah, that was really poor from me, bad positioning. I've made this a 3v2 for my teammates. And that Brock is missing his shots onto the Jeans. If he hit that, we probably had a good chance. That Squeak did absolutely goat stuff. I really think Brock shouldn't have had jump here. There's actually no reason to have jump on this map. Nobody's a sharpshooter to attack you. If you have break, you can do so much more because the less of the grass and the walls they have, the better it is for us. We're also facing that tiny bit of lag, which honestly, it put me in a really bad mood. My Brock already got pulled by the Jean, which was fair enough. I noticed that the Jean was spending a lot of time on that right hand side. I put down my porters down too. I think that's just going to give us an extra bit of positioning, understand where people are, scout better, and then also just give us the chance to be really annoying and waste their ammo. The Juju does need to stay on the left hand side, although that Squeak is getting close in. I've got one hit from that Squeak. I got a couple shots onto it, and then my Juju was able to finish it off, which was really good for us. The Porter's still got plenty of health. The Jean can't get close enough to really take it out. I like to play a lot of my gadgets quite early just so I can force them back a little or force them to waste that one ammo. And then here, it's going to be a bit of a slow game, to be honest. I think we can do pretty well. I don't want to feed Jean a super, so I'm going to stay behind the walls. I'm going to really just keep playing my gadgets, trying to understand where they are. The Mandy can't really get full effect because it can't do what it wants to. And then Jean, I liked what he was doing. I think I get this kill. Oh no, Juju gets the kill. And he gets the third kill. Juju actually got all 3 kills that first round, which is kind of goated. And then it's the same thing here. I managed to cycle back and get my next super, which is really important. I also knew that the Mandy had that super, so I was trying to avoid him best I could. Once again, Jean's just sitting there on the right hand side, I think alone. And then obviously the Mandy's focus shots are coming down quite fast. There we are. A couple shots onto the Jean. I've noticed it's got hyper and super, so that's a bit worrying. Mandy was caught a little bit out of, I couldn't say possession, I meant position. And we're able to get a couple of shots onto her. I can see that the Squeak is really low, and we managed to get it down with a bunch of shots getting spammed. And then once again here, Mandy, I can see her. I was really annoyed that I couldn't get a super and take her out, but it's okay. We've got that first round. We're in a really good place. I opened up with a little bit of lag. I was kind of annoyed. So yeah, my teammate, you can see, got the angry pin. My bad. My connection was a bit mid today. But it's okay. We're throwing a couple shots down. Jean again isn't choosing to change. She was really liking that right hand side. My Juju's going to keep scouting the front of it. I honestly don't even need to aim that hard, to be honest. And then here I can get a couple shots onto the Jean. I just need to get my super. No matter what happens here, I just need my super. I think I should have pushed up a little bit earlier. The Mandy's trying to get a couple shots onto me so she can get a super. And I think if she gets a super, to be honest, we probably do lose it from here. So Mandy, The thing is, Mandy's getting so close to that wall, and then I can just throw my super down now, and because it's a 3v2, I think I should have saved my super. I think that was a bit of a mistake, but it's okay. I'm going to throw my gadget down again, scout that bush, and then figure out the positioning of everyone. I actually get those kills there that time, which is really, really nice. Don't have super though, which makes this a bit scary. But it's just one round. All we got to do is win one round. The Brock is kind of selling a little. And then I know for a fact Jean's going to be there, so I'm going to wait out and then wait for that Jean to come up, and there you are. Hasn't learned, hasn't moved, hasn't switched. Jean also, I don't know if it's running the healing star power, but if you're running that and you're away from your teammates, you're cooked. I think Jean wanted to be a hero and play the other star power. I thought I evaded that squeak super, but it didn't. But I got a bunch of shots onto it, and then there we are. We've got our super back down again. Really poor from me, and I just didn't think that shot could get to me from the squeak. And then here, Brock, I just kind of want you to get your super, to be honest. You've got your hyper, so all you got to do is just try and get your super. I think you should have just gone down, done that trade for this squeak, and then got his hyper. But it's okay. We just have to win one more round, and this is kind of the story of my life with ranked. Everything comes down to the last round, and I kind of have to just lock in. I also don't have my super again, so we're going to have to try and hit a couple of good shots. Hit just one since the start. A bad squeak gadget, and that's gone now. No clue what Brock did. Okay, can we just talk about how Brock hypered? He then played his super, didn't hit anybody. He did do the break, which is nice, and then decided to gadget away. I can't even fathom what I watched, to be honest. Didn't hit anybody with my Mr. P shots yet, but I don't mind falling back because the further fall back I go, the more my shots will get a bit more value. Again, there you are. We're so close to our super, and that's all we need. If I can get a super, I'm always guaranteed that how much shots we'll waste on them is a good place to be. I knew that Mandy hyper was coming, so I had to dodge it as best as I could. Mandy also misses the Brock, which is really important. I think if that becomes a 3v2, it does become a little bit scary. We're dodging all the Mandy supers, and so is our Juju. Juju was really good this game. And then a really nice Grigri is coming out. We can just take down that squeak. That's the most important part. We take down all the brawlers, and there we are for the pretty decent win. And looking at the stats, 3 for 3, I didn't play too badly, but I think Brock played much worse than he appeared to be. And into our third game, we're going to be playing Heist Safe Zone, a map that I actually really like a lot. I figured out that I can play a really strong Eve and almost carry completely. I think I could probably do a pretty similar thing with an Angelo, but I need to practice him a lot more. Again, the Jessie ban, I don't really hate too much, to be honest. I understand why. I want to go to the Miko because I think the Miko and the Chuck are two of the most gimmickiest things you can possibly do here. The Belle actually surprisingly can do so much work with those slows, and the fact that his shots or her shots are so easy to hit. We had the first pick and we opened up with the Mandy. I'm going to stress this multiple times. I don't believe Mandy should be a pick in Heist. I don't think so. The fact that you have to stand still means that you're going to get hit quite a lot, and then you'll die and you'll be born again and whatnot. The bow, again, bow in Heist, I think it's a bit better. Again, not probably the most ideal, but I think on this map there's so much space to actually hit shots. I actually do really like him. I think the Colt and Brock on paper are two of the stronger ones. We're going to have to really put them onto their back foot. I immediately lock in the Eve. I'm thinking they could probably play something that's a bit aggressive. Maybe a Lily could be a smart shout. The Leon actually wasn't too stupid of a shout, to be honest. I think Lily would have been a much better version of the Leon. But he's probably going to target us, go invisible, and try and shoot us. There's not really many throwers I actually really like on this map, to be honest. I think Juju's probably the only one I'd really consider. But we can open it up. I'm going to be able to walk over the water, and I'm on the left side. I really like being on the left side. So I can just walk over, try and see how many shots we can get onto them, try and move up and get towards the Heist. My Mandy, see that's what I mean. Mandy has to sit so far back. I'm just going to take out that first Leon decoy. I know Colt's just going to keep focus firing me there. So I thought I'll just chill there, and then he wasted the gadget too, which was really big. I think, do we go even down? We don't, well, we do go down, but we do take a trade. Bo, you kind of need to shoot, believe it or not, it's part of the game. But we've got pretty decent positioning. I managed to somehow get that Leon shot. I don't even know. Maybe I'm a hacker because I have no clue how I actually got that shot. Can just throw that up there. Nice from Brock. I think he's going to probably... Oh, Leon does take out my super, which is a bit annoying. But I can just run away, and then Brock's down pretty low, so he can't actually get too aggressive. Leon does take me down, but we've done 8% on the safe already. So already in a really good place. And then here, this is what I mean. Mandy thinks she's some sort of like actual genuine FBI sniper, like she's just sitting in the back chilling. She basically is just feeding Leon his super. And then here, Colt's gone. I'm going to play a really nice hyper super. The fact that Brock can just play his gadget and then take that out is a little annoying. But I'm creating so much aggression here. I'm basically 2v1 of them here. I also do take down that Brock, which is absolutely great. And then here we're in a really good place. We just need to get that first break. If we can get that first break, this is in a good place. I'm going to put my super behind the wall this time instead of ahead, just because I actually want it to survive and grow. Brock misses his shot. And then Leon should die here, unfortunately, because he got stunned by Bo's mines. Bo's done a really good job at cycling his mines, and I think that kind of really helped us in this game quite a bit. Brock does waste his hyper super, which, oh well, and then here we are. He also misses me with his gadget, and then from here, it's pretty much GG. I'm getting so many shots onto it. My little pets are just petting it about. I'm not even going to think about the Brock, to be honest. I just want to get up and just finish this game, but I think I got a little bit overzealous. It took Mandy a whole 2.5 minutes to get a hyper super. Like, come on, man. There's so many other brawlers you could have picked. My Bo is pushing up. Leon, he is gone. Brock, I kind of do just want to kill more than actually want to get this easy victory. Mandy gets another hyper onto it. We've got 12 seconds to go. I don't think I'm actually going to get onto it, unfortunately. They are defending 4% for whatever reasons. But once again, the Eve just did so good. It provided so much damage and so much value. My Bo was actually really able to cycle his supers really well, which was really nice. My Mandy, I'll be honest, we'll wait to see the stats at the end to see what Mandy actually did. Like, what does this guy actually do? But it's okay, we'll move in. More of the same, to be honest. I could have switched lanes, and I'm considering switching lanes, but I think Bo's actually doing pretty well. And I think he needs the cover more than I do. I've got that jump. I can dodge a shot or two. Brock decides to be the most forward one here. Colt, he does get the gadget still, and he probably could take me out here. Yeah, very close. I'm just going to chill, stay behind the wall. Going to wait. Mandy managed to get that hit. You know what? Fair enough, Mandy. You've done something there. Brock, we're getting a couple shots onto. I kind of want to stay alive, which I know is the point of the game. But I actually do think if I stay alive here, I can provide so much value. A couple shots onto that Colt. Get my super up. Easy. You can either stay back and defend it, or you can go up and leave it. And we are down now slightly. Oh, but those bow mines were so smart. Colt's gone. I'm going to take down that Brock. Light work. Leon, I'm not really sure what he does. In fact, Leon gets taken down by my Mandy. And then I do like the fact that I'm low, because I'll probably be doing a bit more damage. And then Colt. I am worried Colt's probably going to take me out here. I was starting to get a little bit too excited. But we managed to take the Colt down, and there you are. Just provide the super light work. I actually jump over this time. I do take out the Leon, and in doing so actually allow my hatchlings to spawn in. This is a much closer game than I anticipated. We need that first break. We're only 3% away. We are no percent away. Bo got his hyper, and I presume his super... Yeah, I can see his mines down there, so that's chill. Colt kind of just can't get forward. Leon, I really don't mind leaving him onto our safe at all. I think 2 of us versus 1 Leon, we know we're going to win. I do die, but I am giving Mandy a chance to get something done there. Bo already has another super. This is just beautiful. I've got my hyper and my super. I'm not in any particular rush to get it because it's still only 19%. I think I'm going to put it down now because there's nobody really left to defend it. Leon, am I going to hit him? No, I'm actually going to go for the tower instead. Or the Heist safe, whatever you want to call it. Colt is decently low. I don't really am looking to confirm kills, to be honest. I'm not trying to KD farm. I want my elo. I'm just going to keep going in. I kind of want to get close to the next break. In fact, we are very close. And there we are. We've got the next break from here. There's not really any chance in 20 seconds that they can win. I think Leon, again, just KD chasing. Everybody wants to KD chase so they don't get the blame at the end. I'm actually going to put my super down on defense just in case, you know, a Brock gets a super, a Colt gets a super, and all of a sudden we're in a bad position. But with 7 seconds to go, there's absolutely no chance. We're 100% getting this easy. Colt's given up. That was a really easy game. I can't wait to see these stats. Am I going to get... I don't even get star player. You know what? I did say Mandy does nothing, but you know what? Mandy got the star player. GG. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this ranked video. Stay tuned for more videos. See you next time.